Hi, this is Miss Murray, and this is just a little reminder on how to use GALE U.S. history and context for your assignment. Okay, so when you get to GALE U.S. history, this is what it looks like, and you're going to go to Browse Topics, okay, right over here. And depending on what era you're going to be researching, you can look for it here, or if you have an idea of specifically what you want, like maybe you want the Harlem Renaissance time period, you could just go ahead and search that up here. But if you're not sure and you want to search by decade, you can go to this list here. I'm just going to pick the 1920s as an example. And when I search that, a whole bunch of stuff comes up, but you're going to be primarily concerned with the topic overview. This top portion right here is really good. The entry at the top is usually the featured resource. So that's always a good place to start. Other places for additional resources are the featured content here and the reference section here. But since I'm going to start off with the topic overview. So I'm going to click View More. Okay, and it gives me a breakdown of the 1920s. So you'll kind of go through that if this is something that you'll want to use in your research. Then you can save it directly to your Google Drive from here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So anytime you see this Google logo up at the top on a database, that means that it's integrated with your Google account. Okay, so if you click Sign in with Google, I'm already signed in another application, so it automatically recognizes me. But when you do this for the first time, you're going to have to put in your student email address. And then when you're signed in and you see your name up there, and you're on the article that you want, when you are ready to download it or save it, you're going to click download right over here. Don't click save, but download. And when you click download, it's going to, this box is going to pop up, and the default is to save to your Google Drive, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so I'm going to click download. Hey, and then I get a message saying that it is in my drive. And so I'm going to show you where that is so you know where to find it. So I'm going to open up a new tab and go to my Google Drive. Okay, right now, these are all my folders, and notice that my folders are all gray. That's the default for the color for the folders that you make yourself. But as I scroll down, you'll see I have orange folders, and these are folders that are from the databases. So I have two because I've used this before, but since I'm just was in the US history database, I'm going to go to this folder here. It automatically makes its own folder, and any articles that you save while you're in the database will go to this folder. And the one that I was just on was the 1920s. So this is the same article that I was looking at here in the database. And now it's in my Google Drive. Now it's in that folder now, but I can move it wherever I want. So if I want to create a folder of my resources for this assignment, you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to open up this in my Google Drive. So this is a Google Doc format of the article that I was looking at. And notice here on the side, I think this is an awesome feature. It has the subject headings of everything in the article. So if I just want to jump down to the stock market crash, to that portion of the article, I click here on the side and it takes me to that part. Hey, another really cool feature is you can take notes in your Google Doc. So instead of printing this out, because it is kind of, well, it's 6 pages, but this can kind of save down on your need to print and using paper because you can take notes directly on here. So if I wanted to make a note, either a reminder to myself or a summary of something that I've read, all I would do is highlight it. Okay, so I would select the portion that I want to make a note about. And if I click this little note symbol to the side and add a comment, I can write whatever notes that I want. Maybe I want to quote this in my paper and I want to remind myself to use this in essay as a quote. Okay, so then I click comment and it stays right out to the side and it automatically highlights it for me. So when I come back to this document, I can just go to the places I've already marked myself to go to. It's highlighted. I have my little note at the side to remind me why I highlighted it. Okay, so that is the cool feature of using Google integrated with the database. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the tab that's in the database and show you where to find your citation. Okay, so if you click here on the side under Tools, Citation Tools, hey, it will give you the MLA 8 citation for this article, which you can then copy and paste and put it in your bibliography or your Works Cited page. Also, if you did save this in your Google Drive, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the article, the source citation is there as well. Okay, so 2 spots where you can find it. Okay, and that is basically how you would use this for this project and use the Google feature. If you have any questions, you can find me in the library.